Springville police tell Fox 13 News an incident that started in the St. George area this afternoon had them checking up on two children of local YouTube stars Ruby and Kevin Franke from the popular 8 Passengers YouTube channel.
Murphy said a 12-year-old male showed up with tape around his legs Thursday asking for help.
St. George police have confirmed with Fox 13 that the Santa Clara Ivins Police Department is handling the case in southern Utah.
This is Reporter Room with Jessica Della Davies.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this case has everything. Young children. Hello, Reporter Room investigators. Today, we're going to be talking about Ruby Franke, Kevin Franke, life coach Jodi Hildebrandt, along with the 8 Passenger Problematic Family YouTube channel, and some of the problems related to all family channels. We're going to talk about Jodi Hildebrandt's culty channel connections, and Ruby Franke has a dirty little secret. So please stay with me. Ruby and Jodi have both been arrested. Ruby was a Utah mom who, along with her husband Kevin, filmed their 6 children for profit in the now defunct channel 8 Passengers. Ruby was arrested on Wednesday and charged with malnourishing her child. Her child was found with malnourishment, open wounds, duct tape to their extremities, and her child reportedly had to climb out of the window of her business partner, Jodi Hildebrandt, ran to a neighbor's house asking for food and water. Why was this child at Jodi Hildebrandt's house anyway? And I'm going to talk about Ruby's dirty little secret and some of the problems with family channels like 8 Passengers in just a moment, so please stay with me. But I want to CYA myself. I hope you understand that everything I'm sharing with you is my opinion. Opinions are not facts, so please don't send any negativity to anyone. Let's be kind to each other. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only, so please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please give this video a thumbs up so I know you are here. So the 8 Passenger Family channel was a dumpster fire, starring Ruby and her husband Kevin along with their 6 children. And actually, the channel started with just 5 children and a gender reveal party for their not yet born youngest child. So this poor little girl had to grow up being filmed from the moment she was born until she was 6 years old. Think about that. And to be clear, these children have none of the regular protections that child actors in Hollywood have. Child actors are only allowed to work a certain number of hours per day. They're required to go to school, and a percentage of the income that that child earns must be put away for that child's future. In contrast, family channels are not restricted as to how many days or hours their children can be filmed or work, and none of the money that is earned is required to be put away for these children. I'm going to talk about Ruby's dirty little secret and Jodi Hildebrandt's channel, which has been described as culty, in just a moment, so please stay with me. So Ruby and Kevin's 8 Passengers family channel began back in 2015 with this gender reveal party. The family gathered around a cake to find out the gender of an unborn child. Now, the viewers find out that it was a girl, and again, this child has been on camera since before she was born, along with her siblings. And there's something gross about putting your children's most personal details onto the internet for anyone to see. We all know that predators have a habit of leaving timestamps in the comment section of family channel videos, which thankfully led to YouTube really cracking down on the use of children on this platform. Ruby and Kevin exploited their children by showing really humiliating and personal details, such as when her daughters would first shave their legs, when her daughter went shopping for her first bra, when they started their menstrual cycles, and on and on. Can you imagine how humiliating it must be to have your classmates and strangers know all of these intimate details about your life? Being a teenager or child is hard enough without watching your personal details being plastered all over the internet for everyone to watch. But according to Ruby, they made millions of dollars, so it's unclear if the children received any of this money. However, there were red flags about Ruby and Kevin's parenting throughout the years that the 8-passenger channel was going. It appears that the channel has been taken down, and I'm going to discuss Ruby's dirty little secret and Jodi Hildebrandt and her bizarre culty channel in just a moment, so please stay with me. So there was a time that Ruby's kindergarten daughter forgot to pack her own lunch, and Ruby hoped on camera that no one would give her daughter any food and bragged about refusing to bring her daughter lunch because her daughter needed to learn a lesson. Now, this child was in kindergarten. We all want our children to be accountable and responsible, but what is age appropriate? Is it appropriate for a child in kindergarten to be packing her own lunch and then be denied food if she forgot to take her lunch to school? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And I'm going to talk about Jodi's dirty little secret and Jodi Hildebrandt's culty channel in just a second, because Jodi Hildebrandt's and Ruby's channel is still up. So their channel had over 2 million subscribers and averaged around 300 views per episode. So they were making great money on 8 passengers. So when I say they, I'm talking about Ruby and her enabler husband, Kevin, because in my opinion, he is also complicit in all of this. Oh my gosh, you guys, this case. In fact, Ruby got more views on her 8 passengers channel when she included extreme punishments for the children. The whole situation for these kids was beyond awful. Ruby even reportedly sent her teen son to a camp in the wilderness for 8 months for bad behavior at home. She reportedly removed his bed, so he had no bed to sleep on. She removed his door, so he had no privacy. Many viewers and commentators found these punishments to be extreme and wondered what was really going on off camera. Well, now we know. It was way worse than what we saw on camera. Young children. What was going on off camera was apparently the fact that Ruby's child had to escape out of a window, go to a neighbor's house, and beg for food and water. The child was malnourished with duct tape on the skin and rope burns from allegedly being restrained. So this is not the only family vlog channel that's come under scrutiny. We've all heard about Micah Stafford and her husband and their adopted son Huxley, and the fact that she and her husband adopted this child allegedly for clout. They adopted a special needs child from a foreign country for clicks and views, in my opinion, and then when the child's needs began to cost them time and money, again, this was a special needs child they adopted, they gave the child away, and many people felt like Micah and her husband only adopted this child for clicks and views. The whole situation was beyond gross, but I digress. Let's get back to Ruby, Kevin, the 8 Passengers channel, and Ruby's dirty little secret. So Ruby and her husband at best sold their children's most personal moments in exchange for millions of dollars, and at worst exploited their children, neglected their children on camera and behind the scenes allegedly. It was also disturbing to see Ruby vlogging from inside her car while she's driving her children to and from school and other activities. And again, it seems like anything went in Ruby and Kevin's world on the 8 Passenger channel in exchange for some money. So on the channel, her children were seen repeatedly begging that she not film certain conversations. Neither Ruby or Kevin respected their children's boundaries. These conversations were not only filmed, but they were blasted all over social media for everyone to watch. It's really horrifying that this woman got together with a family life coach. Now, a life coach, if you don't know, has 0 licensing or training in mental health. And this woman, Jodi Hildebrandt, decided that she together with Ruby, we're going to start a channel offering advice on parenting. I sincerely hope that people stop watching this channel and do not take parenting advice from either Ruby or Jodi. Jodi's also under arrest because this child escaped from Jodi's house. And wait till I tell you about Ruby's dirty little secret, because it just all gets worse. But first, let's learn how this child got away from Ruby, Jodi, and why this neighbor called 911. Quote, the condition of this child was so severe that they were seen by the Santa Clara Ivans EMS and transported to a local area hospital, according to NBC News. Now, law enforcement was directed to a nearby house where a second child was found in similar condition, and this child also had to be taken to a local hospital for treatment. So neither one of these women should be giving parenting advice to anyone. The channel was called Connections. So before she was arrested this week on accusations of CA, Ruby spoke hypothetically on YouTube about having a dirty little secret that a person is, quote, getting away with in a recent video. And she said, it might have been 5 years, 10 years. I might even take it to the grave with me, my dirty little secret. So it appears I don't have any outcomes and I get away with it. Well, thankfully, Ruby is not getting away with it anymore. Please subscribe.